Warriors on 3, chop on 6. 1, 2, 3. Warriors, 4, 5, 6. Try it.
It is the final rodeo, the final Max Shaver, Trey Larson, Arapahoe Sports Network broadcast, and the final broadcast of the 2024-2025 school year here on Arapahoe Sports Network. It's quarterfinal lacrosse. The Legend Titans taking on your Arapahoe Warriors here from beautiful LPS Stadium in Littleton, Colorado.
All right, Mac. It is going to be a great game tonight. The 2-seed Warriors, as you said, taking on the 10th seed Legend. It was a beautiful day this morning. Blue skies, not a cloud in sight. But since then, it has clouded up, rained a little bit, and it's a little chilly and windy out here tonight. All the parents in the crowds all bundled up, but nonetheless, it's going to be an amazing, intense playoff games. Two amazing teams. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome last broadcast of the 2024-2025 season.
Yeah, it's been an emotional roller coaster the last few days. I don't really think this whole thing that I'm not going to be with ASN has set in yet. I'm going to be 100% honest. We'll get more into that later. If you don't know, I started Arapahoe Sports Network back in the spring of 8th grade. It has been a 4+ years of this thing running and, broadcasting all types of different sports, and we've gotten so many different opportunities from doing it, and it's just been an amazing time. We'll soapbox on that more later. We do have a awesome post-game show coming up later, as whether we win or lose, we'll be talking with a few players. Mr. Bramberg will be making an appearance, and we'll hopefully have a few more people. But, yeah, it's going to be a fun one. The number 2 ranked Arapahoe Warriors taking on the number 10 ranked Legend Titans. You're watching Arapahoe Sports Network. Let's toss it into Kirby, who will give us our starting introductions. Thanks for joining us.
Bill Johansson, Drake Gunter, Adam Allen, and Evan Carlson. Starters for the visiting Titans. Number 1, Tanner Heisman. Number 3, Will Treadwell. Number 4, Brody Dodge. Number 6, Gus Langtree. Number 14, Logan Turner. Number 19, Gavin Reinhart. Number 21, Travis Schoolcraft. Number 23, Kyle Newbro. Number 35, Nate Colt. And 0, Logan Geisler. Starters for the Arapahoe Warriors. Number 1, Peyton Maxwell. Number 2, Brody Nelson. Number 4, Sawyer Sullivan. Number 5, Carson Cronin. Number 7, Alec Lauder. Number 12, Holden Webster. Number 15, Wes Boa. Number 20, Garrett Drowse. Number 22, Kevin Lyons. Number 26, Tyler Napalili. Number 27, Connor Gilchrist. And in goal, number 13, Nick Pangborn. Captains for the visiting Titans. Number 4, Brody Dodge. Number 6, Magnus Gus Langtree. Number 21, Travis Schoolcraft. Number 23, Kyle Newbro. And number 0, Logan Geisler. Captains for the Warriors. Number 1, Peyton Maxwell. Number 2, Brody Nelson. Number 15, Wes Foa. And number 22, Kevin Lyons. Coaches for the visiting Titans. Head coach, Chase Clark. Assistant coaches, Mike Sinek, Steve Brandenburg, Connor Williams, Kyle Ferguson, and Owen Sonderholm. Coaches for the Arapahoe Warriors, head coach Logan Bobzine, assistant coaches Mike Babb, Ben Eigner, and Rocco Romero. Tonight we will have a live national anthem sung by Junior from Arapahoe High School and a member of the Arapahoe Singers, Marshall Foster. Kindly remove your caps, stand, and sing proudly our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched. Oh boy. I'm sorry. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say us that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, it's game time. Trey, you ready?
Thank you.
Yes, sir, Mac. Sorry, just finishing up this delicious quesadilla, courtesy of, I'm not sure what the name is, but
I don't know, but the folks in our parking lot at LPS Stadium pulled up with a camper, and they are serving, or a camper converted food truck, and they are serving
La Gringa.
some quesadillas and other Mexican goods that are quite phenomenal.
Yeah, they're very yummy. But back to the game. If I were to be looking out for any players in this game, I think it's going to be a back-and-forth shoot-off. You got on one side of the ball, you got Heinzman, who likes to put it in the back of the net. He's got 22 goals this season for the Titans. And then on the other side of the ball with the Warriors, Brody Nelson and Tyler Napalili, those two also like to put shots on net. They're each averaging 2.3 goals a game, so look for them to be scoring. But, yeah, it's going to be a great game tonight.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
And, yeah.
We all make mistakes. Yeah, Arapahoe took on Legend earlier, or not earlier last year. Last year, around this time in the playoffs, it was the semifinal round of the state of the state playoffs. Arapahoe did take the win on that one. I don't remember the score, unfortunately, but seeing them this high up again is always exciting, and we're ready to rock tonight.
That score, Mac, was 9-8.
Good stuff, Trey.
Yeah.
This is why you're here.
Yes, and then, of course, the infamous loss next round.
We're not going to talk about that. The
No.
6-2 less than 6.
Yeah.
Or more than 6,
Nope.
excuse me.
Yeah. So Warriors looking to get redemption there. This year, I got to say, is going to be one of their best shots at a state championship for the next couple of years. I really like this roster. They've got it built out. They've got a lot of youth, and they've got a lot of old veterans as well. So we'll see how they do here.
Yeah, I think biggest issue right now is that loss of Nick Parker. He's not going to be out. He's not going to be back for quite some time. I did overhear him saying he might be able to play or be back for tryouts next year, and it was a hard maybe. So we'll see how that plays out. Tell him he's lame. Tell him no. Tell him no. I'm genuine. I'm being real. Tell him no. It's my last event here. I'm doing it. I'll do the dimmed versions of him, but tell him no.
All right. Sorry about that.
Sorry, kind of talking with our stadium folks here. Our coach requested that we don't do the lights here in the stadium.
Great start.
Hey!
Bang! Great start to the game. Carson Cronin gets it started for the Warriors, assisted by Tyler Napalili.
26, Tyler Napalili.
Not even a minute into the game, and we already got
Carson Cronin.
a beautiful goal.
Warriors on the board early. Gotta love it. And right now we're currently in the spot of you just want to get on the board. You want to just keep adding on to it as much as you can. And that was exactly the right move. Alec Louder currently in the face-off. He does not take that one.
Yeah, Alec Louder absolutely dominated the face-off in the last game for the Warriors against Lakewood. He even had a face-off goal, so.
A little bit of a ball handling mishap there from Owen Sherrod.
Titans on their first attack of the game. 2 minutes in, Warriors with the early lead. Treadwell at the top, being defended by Graham Reed.
G. Richard.
Graham Reed also had 2 goals? I want to say he had 1 or 2 goals.
I think he had 2 goals last week.
Yeah, last week.
Oh, they got churros. Oh, no, those are those fries we were looking at. Oh, good save there from Nick Pangborn. Sorry, hey. I was talking to Trey before this, and this is, again, something about high school sports and the high school broadcast realm is you can make it what you want it to be. And a lot of it is, yes, you want to keep it professional because that's what you're practicing to be. But right now, crud.
Good job, Mackie.
You want to, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, talk over it.
Right now, more than ever, is like the time to have fun and just do what you want. And, Gus Langtree gets on the board. He is the top scorer for the Titans, I do believe. But, yeah, have fun with it. Do what you want. And at the end of the day, you're not getting any too harsh criticism because, you're still living out your last few months of, quote-unquote, being a kid. So have fun with it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, oh my gosh, though. Gus Langtree has 64 goals this season. He's averaging 4 a game. That's a monster stat line.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of a spill there. So keep your eye on him.
I do believe Gus, I believe he's the best player in the state. I think I was talking to one of the players for Arapahoe today, and I believe that's what he told me. Gus is...
Keep your eye on him as we have a flag down.
First flag of the game.
I was talking, crap, I already forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. But he will be the focus tonight on who to keep your eye on.
Yeah. Gus Langtree is number 70 in the class of 2025 and number 1 in the state of Colorado. He is a Hofstra. He is committed to Hofstra. That's where his dad played lacrosse. His dad played in the professional league of lacrosse for a good 10 seasons. But, yeah, Gus is definitely the player to look out for tonight.
So that penalty flag did get waved off. It just was a change of possession as here comes Tyler Napalili on the second drive for the Warriors. Both Excuse me. Right now, Legend only had 2 drives. One of them obviously made a goal. Arapahoe with 1 drive so far. 1 goal. So got to keep it up as here's Sawyer Sullivan. I am locked tonight. Here we go, Trey. West Foa. And a Brody Nelson a little too high on that one.
Shot.
Warriors will keep with it.
Number 2, Brody Nelson.
That's Holden Webster to inbound.
Webster with a couple goals of his own last game. Cronin at the top. Slips up a little bit. Might see a lot of that tonight, as we did have a big rainstorm before the game.
As there is Tyler Napalili. Into Carson Cronin, he will lose it. Turnover for the Warriors.
All right, into the goalie for the Titans. Then the long pole gonna throw a deep pass.
And I'm getting a pat on the head. Ineligible receiver downfield. The Warrior ball, I believe.
Yes.
They're going to bring it back. Is that a thing in lacrosse?
No.
Oh. I didn't think so, but yeah, you made it sound like it was a thing.
No. I think it was just a offsides.
As here comes a West Foa. I don't know why I didn't know 15 was West Foa. I just had a brain fart. And a Max Bendel back to Foa. Foa get heavily guarded, a 2-on-1. Legend playing some zone.
That's what this Warrior offense likes to do. They just set up the play. You know, they work around, they work the ball around, and then, like we saw last game, eventually a shot just goes.
Good pickup by Tyler Napalili. It gets thrown to the ground, throws that ground ball into Max Bendel. Really, really nice play there. That's how you recover. Again, last week I said they had that issue with cradling the ball. Doesn't really seem to be the issue tonight. They are holding on well. There's a little bit of a muffed pass. Pangborn coming weirdly out as we have a flag. I believe it's a delay a game penalty I'm hearing. They're going to bring somebody. I'm confused. Looks like Nick Pangborn is going to the box. Believe that. How about that?
Don't see this often, but the sophomore Jackson Westcott will sub in for, did he say 30 seconds or a minute?
I did not hear the radio.
Some amount of time. This will be Westcott's first minutes for varsity. Good save there
by the youngin.
Wow, what a save from Jackson Westcott. The future looking bright already.
Now this is like the time when you got to prove yourself.
Right.
Number 24,
Good pickup.
Jackson West.
Bang!
Oh,
what
my
a save.
gosh.
I was about to have a bang moment there.
Webster is going to want that one back. That's a shot he makes a lot.
High energy here tonight at LPS Stadium.
Yeah, I'm that save from Westcott just
That had to
hyped up everybody
That
here.
had to be probably the highlight of his year. As here comes Owen Smith. Or correction, not Owen Smith, Carson Cronin. I don't know why I thought Owen Smith. Owen Smith was originally number 24 for the Warriors last season. He changed his number to, I believe, number 8 this year.
Pangborn going back on.
As there's Ian Edwards. We know dang well he's going to shoot all this stuff and not post it. It's the last broadcast. I'm going to speak my mind, folks. And it looks like we'll have a small substitution or a penalty flag. There it is. So a legal substitution for the Warriors is what I'm hearing.
So it's going to be 30 seconds. And oh my gosh, it's Nick Pangborn once again. So Westcott back on the field.
Penalty.
I don't think he's very used to subbing in and out, so that's probably why that just
30
happened.
seconds.
Yeah, another 30-second for the Warriors. Jackson Westcott really stepping it up. Again, you got to breathe after that goal. No, you can do it again. Good save there.
Yeah, I did misspeak earlier. That is not Westcott's first minutes. He did play in a game or two earlier this season. He had 14 saves and 6 goals allowed, so not a bad ratio. Nick Pangborn has 233 or 153 saves and 80 goals allowed. So
what is going on here? Big shout out to our boy Seiler down there on the field, getting our camera shots. He showed up a little late, so I didn't really get the chance to formally recognize him. Seiler also a senior, so big shout out to him. All the work he's put in for us here at Arapahoe Sports Network will never go overlooked.
yeah, great defense there from Garrett Dross.
5.
Hit the stick of the Titan player mid-shot.
A little bit of a muff pass. Good save by Westcott.
Wow. That shot was from Will Treadwell.
Number 3, Will Trent.
And
Save
we got a timeout.
Jackson Westcott.
Jackson Westcott, the youngin', showing the future of this team. Looks
Timeout
bright.
called
So we got a
by
timeout.
Warriors.
Warriors called a timeout.
Nick Pangborn looks a little like in his head almost down there. He's Wes Foa trying to hype him up. I'm not sure exactly what happened, what the first penalty was, but the illegal substitution. It's unfortunate, but Jackson Westcott stepped in and made 2 big saves, and it keeps the Warriors tied up. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Our 2 goals are from Gus Langtree for the Titans and Carson Cronin for the Warriors.
Correction, that's Karzin Cronin. I'm just playing. It's a little inside joke we have. But yeah, Carson Cronin. Just got a text from Coach Dollahan because he said, don't change who you are because it's the last broadcast, LOL. All right, we're going to pick things back up. Not sure where the ball is. There it is. Warriors with possession. That's number 22, KK Lions.
Great spin here from KK. Sets up the Warriors offense, and then he'll pop all the way back.
Big shout out to Siler. You see him moving down there? Look at that. Love the game. Appreciate it. Just as a director, I appreciate those things. Beautiful shot down there. There goes Tyler Napalili. I'm going to keep it on him. So he decides to swing it around.
Goes back up to Cronin at the top. Cronin goes back to Napalili. Then into Webster. Webster missed a wide open shot earlier in the game. He'll be looking for redemption on that. Sullivan with a spin. Stays on his feet.
Yeah, Sawyer Sullivan, rumor has it he might be joining the ASN crew next year. Whatever that entails. And there's a shot wide right.
Number 2, Brody Nelson. Warriors maintain
Warriors will retain possession.
Cronin gonna bring it back in for the Warriors. He'll go up to Sullivan. Then over to Webster. Webster loses it for a second, and then the pass to Brody Nelson goes straight through his stick. So that'll go as a turnover for the Warriors. And the Titans have 3 minutes now to try to get their first lead of the game. Good pass. Good passing, working it all the way down behind the crease. Good defense there from Peyton Maxwell. Really
Wide
good
left.
defense from Westfo and Peyton Maxwell there, and the shot from Heinzman just goes wide left. Pengborn obviously back in the game. Served his 2 30-second penalties.
You know, that's also a kind of a somewhat of a learning experience for him. You know, he doesn't often see the penalty box.
Right.
So knowing how to do the subs and all of that, it takes time, and knowing where to go, when to go.
Max Bandel just can't quite find it. But then Andrew Smart gets it back, the Dartmouth commit.
This is picked up by the pole, number 23 into 28. Oh, what a body from Andrew Smart. That's that football right there. I apologize, I didn't get that angle. And we got a timeout for
The Titans.
Legend.
Really good start here for the Warriors. I like the intensity they're playing with. It seemed like that those 2 Jackson Westcott saves really boosted this team up, and it seems like they've had all the momentum right now. The game is still 1-1, but comparatively, I would say the Warriors have been dominating offensively on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Warriors looking good.
Yeah, Mac, what's your opinion? This is your last game. How do you feel the Warriors are playing right now?
Looking good, man. You've been saying it perfectly.
You got to do more.
Just, you know, they're attacking the crease really well, putting a lot more shots on than Legend has.
It's good
You're
words.
giving me that smirk.
It's good words.
Just looking good. I mean, I can't really say anything more than that. Lacrosse is not my prime sport, so kind of just putting my general quote-unquote ball knowledge and everything I know. So
lacrosse is
looks
hard
like
for us.
referees are talking something over about an illegal stick possibly, but they'll clear them on that.
Rule with your netting in lacrosse, the ball, if you put a ball in there, it has to be at the line. I don't know how to explain it, but you can't have a super deep pocket because then you would never have to cradle and it'd be too easy to hold the ball.
Yeah, I mean, there's those nets, and I'm not sure if you've ever seen the net of a girls lacrosse stick.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah, girls lacrosse, they don't have much physicality in girls lacrosse, but they make up for it with, it is really hard. Those sticks are really hard to play with. So we get a shot from Gus Langtree. Misses bottom left. That's Brody Dodge with it behind the net, and then Connor Gilchrist defending him.
Good D. Absolutely bodies in there. Yeah, I was talking to yesterday. I got to work the girls CHSAA 5A girls lacrosse semifinals, and I was having a conversation with Good save there by Nick Pangborn. I was having a conversation with the referee in the press box, and she says that girls lacrosse and boys lacrosse are pretty much two different animals. Only thing that's pretty much the same is really put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, they are very different when it comes to a skill set. That was a great save from Nick Pangborn as the Warriors will bring all their offense back, reset, and then a shot from Sawyer Sullivan as he subs onto the field. Beautiful play there from the Warriors. Get their second goal of the game right near in the last minute of the first quarter. I mean, Warriors, Wes Foa and Brody Nelson bring it back up top so they can sub their offense back on, their starters back on. And as Sawyer Sullivan runs onto the field, he gets the pass and runs it 30 yards and has the open shot.
Yeah, you love those bang, bang, quick plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautifully done. Alec Lauder wins the faceoff with ease. Ball on the deck still. Finally picked up by Lauder, and then he gets hit. Hits the deck. We get a whistle from the ref. It's going to be a timeout from the Warriors. 41.3 seconds left in the first quarter. I believe the camera missed it, but Warriors hit a Warrior sideline hit a little like bowling pin type celebration.
Yeah, we can take a look at that replay again.
Reminder, there is a food truck. The concession stand is also open. The food truck, famous.
Oh, yeah, that kind of got blown up there. That's Alec Lauder. That wasn't the goal, excuse me. But just a beautiful night. It looks like the weather's cleared up a little bit.
Yeah, the sun is starting to poke back out. It is currently 47 degrees.
Still cold.
It is still cold. This morning it was 65, so it's cooled down quite a bit. Feels like 35 is what it's saying. It definitely was chilly out.
Phenomenal shots there from the great Siler Jenkins. Trey is apparently yelling at me because I haven't finished my quesadilla yet.
Bro.
You know, okay, I'm going to be honest. When I ordered that, I thought it would be, you know, how food trucks, they tend to give you quite unfair prices. I thought it'd be like I had a experience earlier this fall where I was advertised street tacos, 3 street tacos for, I don't know, what was it, $14. They proceeded to just be unheated corn tortillas with ground beef. I got biggest food truck scam of my life, but saw quesadillas on there, and I'm like, oh, they'll probably just be tiny, so I got 2 orders of it. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah, they're good-sized quesadillas, but they are expensive, though.
Shot is
Number 6.
Missed right, but Legend will keep the ball.
I mean, the amount you get for $10 is pretty good. Anyway, that'll do it for the first quarter. Warriors are in front.
Arapahoe Warriors 2, Legend Titans 1.
2-1. You're joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Once again, the final rodeo. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for joining us.
second quarter. Facing off for the Titans, number 19, Gavin Reinhardt.
All right, folks, we welcome you back. Your score at the second quarter. Again, Warriors up 2-1 over the Legend Titans. This is the number 2 seed versus the number 10 seed. Arapahoe, the number 2 seed is. Here's a nice pickup from Alec Louder. Slips and misses it there.
Yeah, that's a good play there by Logan Turner, knocking it out. He'll have it here all the way down on the run. A pass to the long stick, and that shot misses wide left.
You could obviously tell there when he had the ball, wasn't really ready for it.
Yeah. It's not exactly something he practices. That was Cash Dorsey, or excuse me, that was Kyle Newbro. Bro. Your brain rot back.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Grayson Kiesert with it.
Good pickup there on the defense. That's KK Lyons. KK Lyons, if you don't know, at day one, as that goes out of bounds. Him and I had Miss Collier's kindergarten class. Good save there from Nick Pangborn. Shout out Carla Collier if you're watching.
That was Gus Langtree that missed that shot. Tried to go for the bounce shot and just completely missed it, to be honest. Went way over the net. Foa almost loses it, but able to get it back to KK and then over to Pangborn. Pangborn, long pass.
And it's Sawyer Sullivan.
Up to Sullivan. Sullivan still has it. He gets a flag. That's going to go on the Titans.
It's Brody Nelson.
And Nelson spins.
Great shots there from our on-field camera, our senior, Mr. Siler Jenkins. Him and I both seniors this year. Wonderful to have down there. Phenomenal tracking. Good pickup by Sawyer Sullivan.
Beautiful teamwork there between Brody Nelson and Sawyer Sullivan. They were the only two Arapahoe players to touch the ball that possession, and it worked out perfectly in the Warriors' favor. The penalty is waved off now because of the goal.
Yeah, nice little bounce shot there.
The penalty flag is waved off.
So Warriors improve their lead 3-0. Or 3-1, excuse me.
Sawyer Sullivan with his second goal. He had the goal right at the end of the first quarter. Another face-off win from Alec Louder. He'll go over to Nelson. Nelson loses it, but gets it back, takes a shot, misses right.
Apologies about that. I'm currently trying to deal with multi-view. Looking at more than one camera.
Nelson up to Sam Johnson, then Owen Sherrod will sub off. Max Bandel comes on, he's got it. Bandel goes behind the net to Webster, then over to Barca. Gavin Barca had a hat trick in the fourth quarter of last Friday's game versus Lakewood.
You're all good.
How do I not know Lakewood? I mean, I've lived here for 16 years. It's all right. Webster now with it. Over to Brody Nelson. Nelson's going to bring it around the crease.
Still has it, by the way.
And he goes over to Napalili. Napalili, another one of those players that had a handful of goals last game. He had 2. Barca. Back to Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson rocking number 10 like he did in the football season.
Yeah, Seatbelt Sam, the nickname they gave him.
Webster loses it. That's Bayer Swank with it. Or excuse me, that was Holmquist. And then the Warriors will steal it.
KK Lyons will dish it back to Nick Pangborn, beautiful pass. Passing that 50 yards and having that precision is not easy.
Napa Lily is going to go over to Foa.
Yeah, don't you just love that shot? That is beautiful. Sorry.
Warriors sub off. Gavin Barson, Owen Sherrod. Bring on Holden Webster and Source Sullivan. Nelson, had a look there to Webster, but just couldn't connect. And West Foa steals it back. He'll go over to Nelson. Nelson at the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
passes it up to Webster.
Yeah, Legend fans looking for a penalty there.
Yeah, the Titan player took a hit to the back. Napa Lily tried to get it to Webster again. They've got the open look to Webster, just none of these passes can connect. A whistle from the ref. I'm not sure what happened.
We'll see what the issue is.
Somebody lost a glove. Holmquist will sub off, and Gardner will come in.
So no penalty.
Yeah, no penalty. It'll be Warrior ball.
It's Brody Nelson to have it.
Yes, it'll start at the top. Nelson bringing it around the right. Warriors set up a play, didn't do much with it.
Brody Nelson absolutely getting bodied. Kind of a 2-on-1 situation and gets picked up by Carson Cronin.
Yeah, Nelson took a hit from Gavin Reinhardt. Cronin with it now. Over to Napa Lily. Napa Lily taking a couple poke checks. Then over to Nelson. Nelson with a spin. Still has it, being double teamed over there. A shot from Sullivan misses bottom left. Good save from the keeper, but can't keep it in his net.
There goes a stick.
Yeah, that's
a stick of
Holden Webster who lost his stick. And the Warriors lose possession. So a solid 3 minutes there on attack for the Warriors, and nothing lands.
That is the name of the game.
Mm-hmm. Titans now with an opportunity. They're down 2 early in this game.
Yeah, Warriors got to hold on to that lead while they can and add on to it. No, you're never ahead enough in lacrosse.
Titans swinging it around to Foya, over to Dodge. Then up top to Turner. Logan Turner with a shot. And Megs Nick Pangborn right in between his legs.
Titan goal, number 14. Logan.
Titans with their second goal.
Let's take a look at that again. Just a beautiful shot right in between the legs. Legend made it a little closer. Arapahoe still in front by 1.
Fight at the face-off, and it's going to be picked up by Andrew Smart. Then he loses it. Now picked up by Nate Colt. And we'll have a whistle, and I believe a timeout from the Titans.
Timeout called.
So another stoppage of play here. 5 minutes, 26 seconds left in quarter number 2.
Yeah, we can take a look at that goal once again. Just kind of on defense there was who was number 20? That is Garrett Drouse. It's kind of a little bit of a mismatch there when it comes to the size. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah, it's a really good shot. You see Logan Turner. His whole body, if you watch the replay, his whole body is.
Take a look at that again.
His whole body is facing left or right of the goal, and then last second, he just turns and swings it right at the bottom of the net.
Yeah, game of perception is the name. There, as you can see, Nick Parker on the right of your screen, kind of still aiding that injury, the ACL tear.
Yeah, I mean, Logan Turner, he's averaging almost 2 goals on the season, so it's something. He's an experienced player. He's a senior, or he's a junior, excuse me. 30 goals on the season.
Yeah, Legend will start with the ball up top. It's with number 3 of Legend.
That's Will Treadwell with it.
Cool thing about Legend that I do like with their lacrosse program, they do have more than just one helmet that they wear. Arapahoe only has their black, but Legend has a shiny blue helmet, which they're wearing right now, but they also have a shiny orange helmet, which I find really, really cool.
Yeah, that is interesting for high school sports.
Yeah, there's some programs that can afford it, others that just choose not to spend their money on that type of thing. And
Number 4, Brody Dodge.
there's a shot from Dodge, that's wide right. Remains with Legend.
Gus Langtree bringing around behind the back shot.
I'm confused.
Misses, but stays with the Titans.
Oh, there it is.
Now Brody Dodge. Goes over to Turner, and Turner's shot misses right.
Once again, it's Legend's ball. Again, that rule in lacrosse, whoever's closest to it off the shot, when it goes out of bounds, it's their ball.
It's one of the many interesting rules of lacrosse. Spice up the game, and beautiful shot from
Number 4, Brody
Gus Langtree. He
I'm confused on that shot.
took a hit in the back from, I believe, Peyton Maxwell.
Yeah, and he's down.
Yeah, he is down. We had a back injury last week, or last Friday.
Yeah, that suspended the game for a minute. We're going to take a moment. 4:14 left to go in the second. Arapahoe up 3-2. You're watching Arapahoe Sports Network. We'll be back following the injury. Thanks for joining us. All right, we welcome you back here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Looks like he recovered a lot faster off that injury. Was able to walk that off instead of having to take the cards. And there's a goal for Legend.
That's Will Treadwell,
unassisted.
6'2" junior, unassisted goal. Just comes out of the break and puts it in the back of the net. I'm nothing more to say there. Warriors facing 2 unanswered goals. Now it's a 3-3 game with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, Warriors got to respond there. They just had that time where it was 4 straight minutes, you said, of just pure attack. Only got 1 goal off. You got to make more of your opportunities. Hopefully Warriors can win this face-off here.
Louder it's been pretty even on the face-offs tonight. That one, that's a
turnover for Legend. So they'll head out to attack once again. Warriors need a big stop here. Still a whole nother half to be played.
Heinzman up top will reset his offense, get some subs in. It's Blackwell with it, being defended by Barca.
Just scored a moment ago.
Then Treadwell passes it around the back behind the net. And a shot, good save from Nick Pangborn. That shot came from Brody Dodge.
Number 4, Brody Dodge, and a save by
Pretty straightforward save for Pangborn. Napalili now with it. Napalili takes a couple checks from Kyle Newbro.
It makes him slip a little bit there to reset things back to Gavin Barcia.
And over to Foa. Foa, the captain, committed to St. Joseph's University.
Beautiful shot there from our Siler Jenkins. So
Carson Cronin loses it. Picks it right back up, though. And over to Foa. Foa with a spin. Getting double teamed, but keeps it. Nelson gonna take a shot. Nelson with his first goal of the night. Gives the Warriors their lead back. It's now 4-3.
Number 15, Wes Foa.
Assisted by Wes Foa.
Yeah, a great shot from about 10, 15 yards out. Puts the Warriors right back in front. Up 4-3, 2:22 on that one.
Nelson now with his 38th goal of the season as Louder wins the faceoff easily, and then the pass misses the stick of Brody Nelson.
Into Andrew Smart.
Yeah, picked back up by Smart.
Again, Andrew Smart, this is his only first year playing lacrosse, so definitely fun to see him as there's a kind of a muff shot there.
Shot number 4, Sawyer Sullivan.
Cronin will sub off. Or, no, he won't. Sherrod will come off. Nelson over to Napalili, then up to Foa. Foa over to Cronin. Cronin had the first goal of the evening. Since then, he has not shot any other shots. Napalili spins around at the 10-yard line.
Kind of an unfair height advantage there on his defender.
He's being defended by Kyle Newbro, who's 6'2".
Tyler Napalili, not the tallest guy in the world. If I'm taller than him, that's saying something.
Foa tries behind the back, squeaks it in. Top right corner, beautiful shot from Wes Foa.
And we got Siler's angle on that one. That was beautiful.
Wes Foa gets a piece of the action.
Yeah, spins around, over the head, under the legs, and in. What a beautiful shot. Warriors back in front by 2. Under a minute left to go in the half.
Quick face-off win from the Warriors. Then they lose it. Picked up by Kyle Newbro. Newbro with a bad pass. Napalili finds it. Napalili to Nelson. 36 seconds left. Nelson up to Barca. Warriors will get their subs in. Foa and Cronin will come on. Over to Nelson. Nelson with a shot. Bounced off the grass and then into the top left corner. So 2 goals in a minute for the Warriors.
Goal number 2, Brody Nelson.
That's Brody Nelson's second goal of the night. He also had an assist. So 3 points now for Brody Nelson.
Hit that while falling down, too.
Yeah, and just like that, the Warriors back on top with a 5-3 lead.
6 to 3
excuse me. 3 unanswered. Titans gonna try to respond here in the last 20 seconds. They do win the face-off. 10 seconds left now for the end of the first half.
I think they're going to play it out. Throws it.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how that just happened, but the long pole of the Titans threw a 50-yard pass over to, I believe, Brody Dodge.
You don't see that every day, a long pole making a really nice pass. He kind of slings it across. I didn't know where to go. Just gets it in right there.
Yeah, that was Kyle Newhouse on the assist into Brody Dodge, and Dodge just has an easy shot opportunity there.
Well, 3 seconds left.
That's how quick.
If you're Alec Ladder, just pick it up and shoot it, and that won't be the case.
That's how quick lacrosse is. That goal was in 6 seconds.
Correction, that was Owen Sherrod on the faceoff there. Your score at the end of the first half. Warriors lead 6-2.
4.
6. Oh, 4. Yeah, you're right. 6-4. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a small break, and we will see you back for second half action here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Thanks for joining us here on the Final Rodeo.
I'll remind you, the taco truck is out front. That is famous Amos Tacos. They've got appetizers, entrees, you name it, you can get it there. I give it a whirl. And stop by the concession stand on your way.
All right, folks, we welcome you back. Your score at the end of the first half. Getting ready for the third. Arapahoe up 6-4 in this Elite Eight matchup against the Legend Titans. Trey, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, Brody Nelson, Sawyer Sullivan, each with 2 goals, and then Wes Foa and Tyler Napalili, each with a goal of their own for the Warriors. They're all playing great. Overall, the Warrior offense getting lots of shots on goal. It's a lot of their goals have been assisted goals. The teamwork has been on point. On the other side, Legend, Will Treadwell, Brody Dodge, Gus Langtree, and Logan Turner each with a goal. It's been all around the board for them. It's going to be a great second half. The Titans ended the first half with a last-second goal. So we'll see how they come out and play in this second half.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I forgot to mention when we opened, don't forget to join us following this game. About 15 minutes after, we will be having a post-game show here from the press box with Mr. Bramberg and hopefully another player or two. And just talking about kind of the season, and then have that final sign-off for me here at Arapahoe. So definitely going to be exciting. Tune in for that. I just had a brain fart like I normally do. As here comes Wes Foa around the crease.
Max getting all teary-eyed.
No, I'm not. No, I am not. You hear it.
He still hasn't eaten his quesadilla, by the way.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I've been yapping all the time.
Sullivan over to Foa.
So, yeah, I mean, that's how it's been. I should probably eat my quesadilla as there's a turnover. Yeah. Legend ball. Trey, I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to eat.
All right, Mac. Yeah, bad pass there from Foa. Goes out of bounds, so a turnover. A long pass there. Oh, I see what he was trying to do. Okay, that was Dylan Del Rosario. Pangborn was out of goal, so he tried to huck up a 40-yard shot. He missed it, though. Missed it way high. It had the long pole, so not exactly an easy shot. But Warriors will set up their offense here. Cronin with it. Cronin with a spin, and then a shot. Misses bottom left.
Number 5, Carson Cronin. Still Warrior ball.
Mac is raving about the quesadillas right now.
These are gas.
Napa Lily with it. A spin goes over to Barca. A dodge from Barca. And then he'll pass it over to Napa Lily. Napa Lily with a shot goes off
Shot.
the stick
Off
of
the post. Number
Logan
26,
Geisner.
Tyler Napoli.
And Barca will go over to the X. And Nelson with it. Nelson swings it around the crease. Then goes back to Barca. Barca with a shot, and that goes off the goalie's stick or foot and hits the bottom right corner. Barca with his first goal
Barca.
of the evening now.
Warriors improve their lead to 7-4. Kind of love those bounce shots.
Alec Louder taking the face off. He'll allow the Warriors to win that one, and then it'll be tipped back and picked up by the Titans. Warriors riding the Titans up the field. That's Louder. Wow, good hits from Louder. Louder knocks the ball out, still on the ground, then finally picked up by Napalili. And they're going to call something on the Warriors, and the ball will now go to the Titans.
Yeah, that's all about weight room right there. That's why you go to the weight room. That's why you're in there.
Yeah, Louder was just riding Reinhardt all the way up the field. Couldn't get it past midfield. Warriors with the 3-point lead now. Andrew Smart going to slide down.
Number 4,
And that shot from Dodge misses right. At the X is Heinzman. Heinzman tried to get it into Dodge. Dodge missed the pass, and then that'll roll out of bounds.
So Peyton Maxwell to bring it in.
Maxwell over to Graham Reed. Reed up to Napalili. Excuse me, that's not Napoli, that's Andrew Smart. Then Foa with it. Smart will sub off, bring in Max Bandel. And then Cronin will come on, and they'll pass it straight to him. Cronin
oh my gosh.
Eats that stick check.
Looks like we
got
got
a
an
man
injury.
down for the Titans as Napoli whips a shot on net. Misses high.
We'll have an official timeout for an injury. We'll step away. Let's take a look at that again. I did replay that on that hit. If you want to take a look at that, Trey. Just gets blown up there. Loses his balance.
Might have taken a shoulder to his chest. That's Taz Higher, able to walk off the field with a little bit of help.
Yeah, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery.
Yeah, it looks like an arm injury maybe. Or chest.
Yeah, so it'll be Warrior ball. The back of the key, let's call it that. As there's Sawyer Sullivan. Swings it around. Oh, what a shot! Bar down.
Sullivan hype about that. Little celebration from Warrior bench, but Sawyer Sullivan now with a hat trick. His third goal of the night. Warriors now up 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, just a beautiful shot from the sophomore. And now the Warriors with all the momentum in their hands. Season on the line for the Titans.
Well, Bobzine is lame. Can I put me on the phone with him? I'm going to give him peace of my mind. Respectfully, he's telling us not to do the lights. I'm giving him the dimmed down version. It's as dull as it gets.
Titans working it around Dodge. Dodge over to Treadwell.
I'm going to tell him I'm sorry. Branberg is behind us now. I'm going to tell him this is the last time I get to do this as a high school student.
Dodge with a shot.
Good
Missed
save.
left. Titans keep the ball.
Number 4, Brody Dodge.
I don't think there will be any consequences if he says no. I mean, if he just keeps saying no. So, I'm going to keep doing them. I don't care.
Treadwell
Get back to the game.
trying to make a move. Comes around the crease. Then passes it out to Turner. Stolen. That one was stolen by Garrett Dross. And Warriors
Number 20.
don't allow any goals on that possession. Great job from the Warrior defense. And then finally Reed is able to take control and then loses it, and Napalili grabs it.
Uh-oh, out of focus. Why am I out of focus?
Now it's West Foa with it. Over to Nelson, and then Nelson up to Max Bandel.
Back to G. Richard. Wait, no, that's
Cronin.
that
Cronin
is
had,
Cronin. It's hard
had
to
the
tell.
first goal of the evening for the Warriors to start it off in the first minute of the game.
There goes Napalili.
And Napalili.
Again, an unfair height advantage. Makes the man fall.
Yeah. Looks like he had an open lane, but elects to just pass it back to Cronin. Foa with it now. Taking a couple stick checks.
Silo, that looks much better.
And then that ball gets stolen by the long pole. That's Kyle Newbro. Newbro loses it, picked up by Cronin. He was trying to do too much. And then Cronin takes a hit, loses it himself.
Getting physical out here.
They're fighting to the depths, to the death between the lines here. Then stolen by Sherrod. Warriors back with the ball. It's gone back and forth a couple times. Sullivan with it, brings it around the front of the crease, and he takes a hit.
Yeah, had kind of the transfer of the hand there on the stick while he was taking the hit.
Stolen!
Caused him to lose it.
Stolen by Colin Milkey, the sophomore. And then he'll toss it back to Nelson and sub off. Cronin will come back on. So Milkey comes in for just a couple minutes and gets that steal.
Yep.
Nelson in the X. Nelson with a spin. Bringing it around. Thought about the shot. Goes over to Sullivan.
Almost bounced in there.
Yeah, Sullivan tried to find Napalili. Just couldn't quite connect, and then defender slips for the Titans.
Turf
they got a man up, and Sullivan, I believe his stick got hit in the middle of that shot by Gavin Reinhardt.
I can take a look at that again. Yeah, I got hit and then caused that ball to go high.
Yeah, that's a good play from the Titans. Napalili. Napalili aligned with the goal. Trying to set up his offense. He's going to take a couple stick checks and then pass it off. Nelson, that shot gets deflected from the Titans.
If he's looking physically angry, I'll consider it.
Now Cronin will have it.
Yeah, Pohl picks that one up.
Yeah, Napalili riding. They're riding Schoolcraft all the way up the field.
Travis Schoolcraft, another one of those really good players for the Titans. Haven't heard his name a lot too much tonight.
Yeah, also surprised by Gus Langtree. As we said earlier in the broadcast, he is the #1 player in the state of Colorado, only with the 1 goal. He's averaging 4 on the season as the Warriors get a steal.
Yeah,
Drouse once again with another steal, and then throws it back to Nick Pangborn and then over to Peyton Maxwell.
Yeah, Warriors doing a really good job of shutting down those top players for the Titans. They knew who to look out for.
Yeah, that's a good scouting report from Coach Bob Zine. It's a well-coached team.
And they haven't played them at all this season. Usually at the first game of the season, Arapahoe takes on Legend for a foundation game. That didn't happen this year due to the weather. So this is their first time meeting each other in this 2024-2025 season. It's looking good.
8-4 lead. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Nelson keeps the ball and then goes over to Sullivan. Sullivan with 3 goals on the evening. And then Napalili swings in a deep shot. Good save from the goalie Geisner.
So we are under a minute, or just about to be under a minute.
And the ball is loose. It's picked up, or trying to get picked up by Sullivan. He is not able to, and Newbro will pick it up. And then a long pass will sail out of bounds.
So it flies out all the way to the other end. If there's one thing Legend loves doing, they love to throw it all the way across the field.
Peyton Maxwell with a long pass of his own up to Andrew Smart. Smart committed to Dartmouth for football. And his pass just misses Gavin Barsa's stick. It'll go as a turnover. Titans with it now, moving quick. They got 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Good hits from Peyton Maxwell. Ends up knocking Langtree to onto the turf. Behind the back pass over to Turner. And Turner loses it, picked up by Sherrod. 3 seconds left now. It's just going to be a long pass or a long shot. And nothing goes there, so that'll do it for the third quarter. Warriors score, 2 points in the coming out of halftime. Beautiful third quarter for the Warriors.
Yeah, couldn't have said that any better. Arapahoe just looking phenomenal coming out of that third quarter. They're going to reset for one more quarter. The final fourth quarter here on Arapahoe Sports Network. We're going to take a small pause. We'll be back in a moment. All right, folks, we welcome you back at the end of the third quarter. Warriors lead 8-4 as we got one more quarter of lacrosse playing in the final quarter of the Max Scherber era on Arapahoe Sports Network.
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go. The Warriors win this. They will take on
Valor. They will take on the Valor Christian Eagles.
No.
Last year, the Warriors faced Valor. They lost that game 22-6. So
Valor the number 1 seed this year, is that correct?
they're the number 3 seed.
They were also the number 3 seed last year. Last year, the playoffs, I do remember that well. Arapahoe the number 1 seed, Creek the 2 seed, Valor the 3 seed. Valor obviously could have changed, but their whole recruiting scheme is, throwing a curveball and what you might expect for them. So it's going to be interesting to see how that game comes out.
Yeah, Valor played Denver East today. They beat them 15-4. Now the Warriors faced Denver East earlier this season, and it was one of their only losses on the entire season.
We beat Denver East.
Did we?
Yeah. We beat Denver East.
Oh, we did beat Denver East. You're right. We beat Denver East 9-5. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry about that. We lost to Colorado Academy. That's who I was thinking of. But, yeah, Denver East, we beat 9-5 earlier this season. Valor just beat them 14-5. So that's going to be a amazing game. That game will be played at DU.
Do you know when that game is? Can you check?
I can check.
Shot. Number 4, Cody Dodge.
Shot there from Dodge, goes wide right.
Yeah, that'll be on the 19th at 7:30 p.m.
Oh, no, check that again.
You're right, that is the championship. It'll be yeah, you're right, May 17th.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr.
so
Brandberg.
that is Saturday.
All right, good defense from the Warriors. Logan Turner, his shot misses.
Trey, do you want to? We can go to that game if you'd like. Not stream it, but we can get you a CHSAA pass.
It'd be awesome if we could stream it, but I would love to go, Mac.
Yeah, I can maybe give you a camera and you'll figure it out, but that'll be a lot of fun. Warriors reset here on attack.
Pangborn passes it up to Foa.
Foa getting double teamed.
Yeah, Foa loses the ball, takes a hit to the back, stays on his feet, and then a timeout will come from the Warriors. And so 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. A couple shots on goal from Legend. But they only have 10 minutes to try to put together some sort of comeback.
It's again beautiful shots there from our wonderful Siler Jenkins. He is a senior. This is his final Arapahoe Sports Network broadcast as well. Just want to give a big shout out to him, all the hard work and time and effort he's put in to help make these broadcasts be so great. He's also helped out with assemblies and much more. Been super loyal to us. So much appreciated, Siler. You rock. Again, this is a timeout.
That was a timeout from the Warriors. Warriors with the 4-goal lead. So speaking to how they've played disciplined and sharp today. Haven't let much go on offense, or I mean on defense, excuse me. As now the Titans on a breakaway. Moving fast, ball is loose, but then picked up by Heinzman. Heinzman going to come back to the midline and reset his offense. Logan Turner comes on. He's got it. Runs around the net, then Passes up to Heinzman, who misses the pass. And then Kiesert goes over to Dodge.
Logan Dodge not able to dodge defenders well, as there's a muffed pass. It'll be Warrior ball.
You're a cornball, bro. You're a cornball, Mac.
Nope.
Yup. Barca up to Foa. Warriors with the sizable lead. Trying to keep the foot on the gas pedal.
Was Foa trying to call for a hold there?
He'll pass it back to Bandel and back to Foa.
Yeah, Foa being extra calm and poised and all of that. Phenomenal terminology from Mr. Bramberg, who's standing right next to me.
A spin from Napalili.
Back to Nelson, who will reset back at the top of the key.
Sam Johnson will come into the game. And Nelson will keep it. Thought about taking a shot. Now he does. Good save from the keeper.
Oh, gets.
Number 2, Brody Nelson.
And then picked up by Sullivan in the end zone.
We're going to pause. There's an injury in the crease. And we'll take another injury timeout, our third official injury timeout. That is number 18 of the Titans.
It's J.R. Holmquist.
Let's see if we can look at that again. Let's take a look at the inside of the crease. Around the goal area. Just slowing it down for it in case if we miss it. Oh, missed it. Hold on, we can go back. So a legend on legend contact. Got to communicate with each other. So there he is at the kind of middle of your screen, just not paying. Oh, he's limping off something. Yeah, just one more time on that. So keep your eye kind of up top in the top right as he comes off the field. So he gets rolled out there by Brody Nelson, and you can see him kind of limping there. And then decides to fall down, rightfully so, and take a pause. So he's coming off well with a little bit of help. And we'll be able to pick things up. Hopefully he's not too hurt. He'll be able to return next year. Napalili to kick things off. Or correction, that's Brody Nelson. Looked a little big to be Napalili.
Nelson goes up top to Sam Johnson. Johnson just gonna roll around the field with it.
Yeah, Warriors basically killing time right now with the lead that they have. It's a good pickup.
Bandel. Bandel had himself a pretty fun season. He's got 2 goals, so nothing spectacular, but he's been able to play all 16 games, and he'll be a big part of the roster hopefully next season. A lot of seniors on this Warrior team that will be leaving. One of those guys, Brody Nelson, who
Number 2, Brody
whipped that shot
Ball
on.
comes out and picked up by Sawyer Sullivan for a moment. It's picked up by Carson Cronin.
Yeah, Warriors just keep applying pressure.
And continuing to try and kill that clock. Because right now the clock is not your friend. I mean, it is your friend. You just got to slow it down as much as possible. Legend still has all of their 2 timeouts. Arapahoe with 1.
FOA with it now. FOA committed to St. Joseph's for lacrosse. He's one of those seniors that will be graduating. Shot from Sawyer Sullivan, tried to get his 4th.
Just a moment.
Of the
Excuse me about that. I had to talk to our field camera guy, or Seiler down on the field. Lost video signal from him for a moment, but we're back. Anyway.
Dodge. Dodge going to take a shot. Great save from Pangborn.
Yeah, just tall and able to get in there.
Pangborn has played a amazing game tonight. He had 2 penalties in the first quarter. That brought Jackson Westcott, the sophomore, onto the field. But since then, Pangborn's been pretty much lights out, besides a couple goals allowed.
So here comes West FOA.
Yeah, Brody Nelson with it now, and then up to Johnson. Warriors going to keep applying pressure here. Over to Napalili. Napalili with a spin. T-Nap, as they like to call him. He's got a bright future for the Warriors. He's averaging just under 2.5 goals on the season as Brody Nelson takes a shot. That's a good save from the keep.
Number 2, Brody Nelson.
It's my bad. Thought West had that one. It's all good.
Titans now in transition. They're man up here. And a muffed pass. Langtree just misses it. Would have had a wide open shot opportunity.
Getting absolutely bodied by Warrior defenders. That was Peyton Maxwell, kind of fell off sides for a moment. And here comes Connor Gilchrist. Again, Air Force commit. Committed as a junior, by the way.
A great, super proud of him. Great opportunity for him. As the Warriors back onto the attack. Nelson gonna swing it around and bring it all the way back up so they can sub West FOA off, bring Holden Webster back into the game. Nelson loses his stick. So now Titans have the ball. Titans get a goal, top left corner. That's Brody Dodge with his 2nd goal of the night. That cuts the lead down to 3 with 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes left in the game.
It was kind of a morale booster for them, if anything. Warriors not really fazed by that one. Yeah, just able to stay calm and poised. 3:45 left to go.
Face off. Louder been winning a lot of these face-offs tonight. That one picked up by Andrew Smart, but then it gets knocked out. And a shot into the net. Gus Langtree. Langtree gets another goal for the Titans, brings it now within 2. That's 2 goals in 10 seconds for the 10-seeded Titans.
That was a shot from about 15 yards out of the goal. Quite impressive if you're Gus Langtree.
Langtree committed to Hofstra University. He's the 70th ranked player in the class of 2025.
Number 1 in Colorado, as you say. A lot of people named Gus are really good at lacrosse. Got Gus Blue of Cherry Creek and Gus Langtree of Legend.
Peyton Maxwell with it. Titans are pressing, or are riding, excuse me. And that ball in the hands of Napalili now.
That kind of muff pass worked out in their favor.
Yeah. FOA with a fake pass. And Cronin will come back on the field. Napalili holding his arm. Looks like he might have taken a hit. Over to Webster. Webster makes a move. Brings it back behind the net. Warriors have suffering 2 unanswered goals for the Titans. Good spin from Gavin Barca. Not much comes from it. Cronin takes a shot, and Warriors answer.
I'm doing the lights.
9 goals now for the Warriors.
Like, this isn't bad.
Gavin Barca with his 2nd goal of the night.
Beautiful shot there from Siler Jenkins. Bang. Warriors improved to 3 on the lead. You can hear Coach Bobzine yelling kind of there in the distance. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Really need to lock in.
Yeah.
Get another one.
This game has felt like just whenever Legend has started to push, Arapahoe has answered. They've played with a ton of composure, and got to give them credit.
This is when you got to make the best out of your defense. This is the best I've seen Arapahoe play in a long time, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that Lakewood game last Friday, there was a lot of back and forth between the two teams. This one, since that first quarter, has pretty much been dominated by the Warriors.
Yeah, Arapahoe really cleaned up a lot of what they did.
They're up by 3 now. Brody Nelson with it. Goes over to Foa. Napalili back on the field. That's good to see. He came off and was holding his arm. But looks as though he's good now.
Webster back to Barca. Barca, only a junior, plays varsity basketball too. We've seen him a lot more of him than you did next year. So there's a good toss into Tyler Napalili.
Goalie is out of the net for the Titans. So Warriors,
yeah, they're gonna keep wasting the clock.
Gonna be essentially down a man on attack. Barca with 5 goals in the last 2 games. He has 2 tonight and had 3 last Friday. Picked up by Napalili. And Napalili, they're just gonna waste time. 40 seconds now. And Warriors keep the composure, not running up the score or anything. Nelson takes a couple hits to the back. Excuse me, that's Webster. Then Webster over to Sullivan. 22 seconds now. Foa. Foa over to Nelson. And then Foa. Warriors know it. Foa tosses it into the air. Tossed it a little too early. But Warriors, or refs will let it play. 0's on the clock. Warriors win.
Final score.
An amazing Elite 8 game. Your score 9-6 in favor of the Warriors.
Congratulate both of these teams on a well-played game. Hey, before you leave, if you look around,
What a game for the Warriors.
up throwing way up top field, people would love that. And everybody have
Again,
a
your
safe
final score.
home.
Warriors take it.
For coming out tonight.
That's not it. Warriors take it 9-6. And what a game. I mean, this is the best I've seen this team play in a while.
Yeah, the teamwork here for the Warriors was amazing. Couple assists from Tyler Napalili, Brody Nelson, Wes Foa, and then, Sawyer Sullivan, Brody, Gavin Barca, each with a couple of goals. And, Warriors pretty much dominated second half of this game. And they will now head on to the Final Four.
Yeah, they, again, looked phenomenal. I mean, I'll keep saying this is the best I've seen them in a while. And they will take on Valor at the Final Four on May 17th. They definitely cleaned up a lot of the mistakes they had last week against Lakewood, and we can't wait to see this one play out. The number 2 seed, Arapahoe Warriors, will take on the number 3 seed, Valor Christian Eagles, on Saturday. At Denver University. Just like to remind you one more time, this is my final broadcast, sports broadcast with Arapahoe High School. And man, oh man, it has been quite the journey. I'd just like to say thank you so much for all of the experiences that you guys have given me and all of the memories that have been made from Mr. Bramberg, Trey, Jake, Emma, Mason, Siler, everybody. You guys have made this experience the best it could have possibly been, and I can't thank you enough. We will hopefully, if you'd like to see more of my work and what I'm doing, I'll be heading to CU Boulder, and it'll be exciting to see whatever happens down there. But for now, Arapahoe takes the victory. Final score, 9-6. Don't forget, coming up after this, we have a post-game show with Mr. Bramberg and a few of the players. So tune into that, and here in about 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to get set up and ready for that.
Mac's getting a little emotional.
I'm not getting emotional.
Yeah, you are.
All right, from Max Shaver, Silo Jenkins, and the phenomenal Trey Larson, for the final time on a sports broadcast, I say good night. And as always, let's go Warriors.
Cinema.
Cinema.